Hey guys, it's me. It is time for a repotting session, and I've been putting this off for a long time, but my plants can't wait any longer. So I've got, I think, 3 plants that I'm gonna repot today. One of them I'm super nervous about. It's this guy over here, but I'll show you what all I'm gonna do, and then we'll get to it. So I ordered some plants online the other day, and I got this cool cutting of a philodendron glorious, but it's got a great new leaf and a new one coming here, but it's also on a super long stem, really, really long. So I have to figure out what I'm going to do with it so it doesn't die. So that should be the easy part. Let me show you the next one. I don't even know if you guys can see me. I have this really huge philodendron bilietiae, which I love. I've had it for like 5-6 months, I'm not sure. And I repotted it a couple of months ago and got it all standing up nice and pretty. Put all of this Velcro on it to make it look good, and then it promptly tipped over. So it's going sideways in the pot and all of the plant Velcro is loose. So we gotta do some work with this one too. It's super cool, the leaves are huge, but from the side, not so good. So this is the one I've been dreading. This is my albo Monstera, which I bought just over a year ago. And just after I bought it, it shot out a brand new leaf for me, and it has done nothing for a year. So I did repot this over the summer. I have a video about that. It's in a much bigger pot, which I'll show you, and it's not happy, I don't think. I've had some browning of my leaves, as you can see here, and it has not given me another new leaf since I got it like last January, February. So I need to see what's going on with the roots. They're not happy. I think maybe the pot is too big, but I remember when I repotted this last time that it had so many roots, and I really want to put it in LECA. I think that's going to be my plan. I was going to do this in 2 steps and get it out of the soil and maybe leave it in water for a while before putting it in LECA so that it could grow some water roots. But as I was moving it to this table to film this video, I lifted it out of this pot, and water roots are not going to be a problem because look what we've got going here. Do you see all of that? It's growing way out of the pot, so water roots are not going to be an issue. Let's see if I can get the water roots back in and the aerial root out. There we go. So I think this will be ready to go in LECA. I'm a little nervous what I'm going to find, but I think it'll be happier in LECA than it is in soil right now. 1 tiny leaf in a year, I don't think that's what it's supposed to be doing. So that's the plan. I feel like I should start with this guy, get the big project out of the way first. So I'm going to actually do it here in my plant room on my table, but I'm going to put down a garbage bag and then just kind of dump it out on the bag and see what we find. It's definitely winter in New York now. It's like 17 degrees currently, and it's going to be in the negative degrees overnight. But I can't wait with this repotting anymore, so I'm doing it inside on my table. But I'm trying not to make too much of a mess. All right. I don't even want to smash these water roots. Can you guys see this? Look at all those roots. So I've got to figure out how to get this out of the pot without damaging the leaves or the roots too much. Let me see. Oh my gosh, it's like one giant root. It looks like a rat tail. You see that? There's another one coming through the very middle of the bottom of the pot, and I can see it's just super wet under here, so I'm afraid I have a little bit of a root rot situation going on. But let me see what I can do. Maybe a white shirt was not a good plan for this. Yeah, a white shirt, definitely not the best plan. All right. What have we got here? I'm just going to break this soil ball up and see what we have. I can see all the new roots that have grown since I repotted it, because the original soil ball is totally compacted in the middle. So like all these roots are from after the repotting. I think I'm actually just going to soak it in the pot that it was sitting in and see if I can loosen up some of the soil that way. Okay, that was a disaster. The next thing I think I'm going to do is repot this Philodendron Glorious. So it came as a cutting, a really, really long cutting. So there's the leaf, which looks great. And there's a new one, which may or may not survive. But look at all these nodes and roots way at the bottom. It's about 18 inches tall, so it's a very inconvenient size for repotting. But what I think I'm going to do is cut off a couple of these nodes at the bottom. There's even some new growth trying to shoot out, if you can see right here. Can you see that? Right there. So I might try to grow that separately and see if I can pot this up in a way that's a little bit more practical. So let me see. Actually, I think I'm going to cut it right here. I think it'll be fine that way. Okay, that's a little bit more manageable. I have this pot. It's not really the best size, but it actually might be pretty great. So I'm going to pot it in here, and then let me see what I can do with this. Might be able to grow a couple cuttings from this. Let's see. I'll cut it right about there. Okay. I think I can pot this up. Can you see? Separately. See if I can grow another one. And then I might save this. See if I can put it in some moss and see if anything happens. There's a ton of roots. I don't see any nodes, but I bet there is one ready to come out somewhere. All right, let's see. Put this guy in first. Okay. I think that's okay actually. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but just got that new growth sticking up out of the top. I have a grow mat here in where I have my grow lights, so I think I might just stick it on the heat mat and then see what happens. All right, let's see what we can do with the bigger guy. I think it'll be okay like that. See what happens. Okay, that was way easier than the Monstera. Look, cute. It's kind of a big pot for a cutting, but I think it'll grow out pretty well. And maybe that new growth will survive. Looks like it was just about to emerge when they sent it to me. So, yeah. So that's my Glorious. Down behind the camera I have a Splendid. And I have a little tiny Majestic. Do you want to see my tiny Majestic? Look at this tiny little cutting. Isn't that cute? And then I have two big gloriosums out in the living room, so I'm kind of getting a collection of these largely philodendrons, and I'm excited about this one. You guys can't even hardly see this whole plant, but like I said, he's tipped over to the side, so I'm gonna see if we can readjust him. I might try to see if I can stake him up a little bit and see if we can make him look a little better. Which I really did about 2 weeks ago, and then he just collapsed. There was some of these plant stakes. Actually, I'm not sure what they were for originally, but I'm gonna see if I can kind of stake him up better without killing his roots too badly. Alright, honestly that wasn't quite as bad as I thought. I just took off all the Velcro, put in one stake, and it's a little wild, but it's better than it was. It's upright, and I like that it's a little bit crazy. I like that it's got these aerial roots kind of flying all over the place. So I think for now I'm going to leave it like this and see how it does. Look how big these leaves are. You see that? They're big. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave it for now. Alright, well that's all the repotting I have for now. I have to let that Monstera soak for a while, so I'll be back once it's ready for the next phase. Alright y'all, it is 2 days later. I have not made any progress with the soil on my Monstera, but I have actually had it soaking in water for 2 days, trying to loosen up that soil ball. When I filmed the video 2 days ago, it was really cold. We had like this Arctic blast here in New York, and it was -2 degrees. So I can't do anything outside. But 2 days later, it's almost 50 degrees here, which is a little on the low end for taking a plant outside, but I need some industrial help, so I'm gonna hose off this root ball. Hopefully it's gonna work. If it doesn't work, I'm gonna put the plant back in soil, better soil, hopefully. If it does work, I'm also gonna wash off some LECA and put it in LECA. So I'm gonna go inside and get my Monstera and hose the crap out of it. Okay, so this is what we're working with here. It's been soaking for 2 days in this vase, this pot. Look at these roots. So it's got a lot of roots, but there's a lot of soil in here. And you can't have that with LECA. So I'm gonna see if I can hose it off. Or may or may not succeed. Here goes nothing. Alright y'all, got some water on the lens, but I also got the roots cleaned off pretty darn well. And look how big they are. I really want to cut this long root, like right here, and get rid of all of this stuff, but I think I'm going to leave it for now, because I want this to like establish itself in LECA. And if anybody's put plants in LECA before, a lot of the original roots will die off, and so it's kind of a process to get them established in LECA. So this might die off, but I kind of want to not set it up for failure. So I'm going to wash out the pot that this was in, wash off some LECA, and then probably go inside where it's warmer and repot it. I'd call this a success. Alright, I think that worked. Actually, my lens is still wet. Let me see if I can clean you guys up. Alright, so I think that worked. I'm gonna go inside and put this in LECA. I have this bag of LECA. I always buy this brand and it's on Amazon, it's pretty cheap. But I'm going to wash it, because if you haven't used LECA before, it's full of dust that you don't really want in the water that your plants are sitting in trying to root. So I'm gonna wash out the same pot that it was in soil. I'm gonna fill it with LECA and wash it out. I'm gonna clean off this pot, and then I'll take you inside and we'll pot it up in LECA. See all that dust? I just washed the LECA all over my driveway. The holes in this pot are a little bit too big for LECA, but we're gonna make it work. Did you see all that dust? I don't know if you'll be able to see, but watch as I wash it out. You might be able to see how much brown water washes out of this. Alright, I'm hoping that's good enough. If not, I can come out and get some more LECA in a little bit. I might need some more LECA when I'm done, but for now let's go inside and see what we can put together. Alright, so this is what we've got. As soon as I brought the plant inside and showed Andrew the roots, he said that long one has to go. So we've officially cut it off. But I actually think that's going to be better for the plant. So I filled the bottom with LECA. I'm hoping this pot's going to work. I'm really just going to set this inside the pot and then put LECA on top. This root ball still has some dirt in it, a little bit, but it's the best I could do. So I'll check on it in a month or so. But for now, we'll just throw it in and see what happens. And these aerial roots are about to turn into water roots. How's that look? Actually, that looks pretty good. Alright, noise alert. I'm gonna fill this with LECA. I can see that I need more LECA. So I have to go and wash some more. I'm gonna do that and I'll be right back. All right, I just washed my LECA. Can you guys hear? It sounds like Rice Krispies as it absorbs water. Listen. All right, so I'm gonna fill this up. All right, we are officially in LECA. I don't know how much I can tip it to show you guys, but actually I could tip it quite a bit. I am really excited. I think it's gonna be happier here, hopefully. It wasn't happy in soil, so hopefully LECA will be a better home for it. I'm gonna give it a month or so to do its thing. I'm not gonna put water in here right now. After you put plants from soil into LECA, you should kind of give them a day or two to resettle before you put water in the bottom of the pot. So I'm gonna leave it alone for now. Hope for the best, and I'll update you guys in a month or two, or whenever I see a new leaf grow, because so far this guy up here is the last one, the smallest one, and I see nothing coming except for some good variegation on the stem. So that was my 3-day repotting video. I hope you guys enjoyed and learned something. If you have put an albo Monstera in LECA, please comment below and tell me how it went for you, because I'm actually very nervous. So tell me your experience. And until next time, follow us on Instagram if you would like. Links are below. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care, guys.